Hi, Original Soul. Welcome in to this affirmation reading. Thanks for showing up and being here. Let's jump into it, shall we? All right, so a couple oracle cards out here. Number 32, Purification. So this is up at the top, and I went back and checked because this card has come out a couple times. So just a couple weeks ago on January 12th, and then again in my personal, I'm sure I did not put this on YouTube, but October 20th of last year. And this October time frame keeps coming up. I don't often totally look at dates with cards, but at the bottom of this deck was the Melancholy and Sadness card, which was a number 20 card. So I don't know if there is something that happened or that maybe, changed a lot around that time period. It's sometime in that mid to late October. Because also Owl came out with California Poppy, this Resurrection card, which has also come out quite a few times recently as well. So, all right, with Purification up at the top of your mind, at the top of this reading, and maybe there are something with your thoughts or your actions, your actions matching your words. It's the way you act, match how you think and feel. Just something needs to be cleansed or purified. Maybe you take just a nice bath. Right? Maybe you use some sort of, salts or herbs in the tub or something like that. You could do some sage or things like that as well, just to kind of help purify your energy, purify your body. Drink lots of water. Those things might be helpful, just ways to nourish yourself. But with purifying your thoughts, again, maybe it is something from the past that has happened or that keeps popping up in your mind. I know I've had some things, even in my dreams, from things a long time ago, things from, last year, a few months ago. Different types of relationships keep sort of popping up for me. Even things that, I thought I had maybe been moved past or had processed that I'm realizing maybe I had not quite processed. So maybe there's some sort of purification that needs to happen just with some sort of past event. Something that impacted you, whether that was something painful or something positive, probably something painful with the way these cards are going. Usually we don't really have to purify ourselves from positive experiences. And then the crystal card that came out, Honey Calcite. Both Owl and Honey Calcite really wanted to volunteer today, and I recently just got a piece of Honey Calcite, which I was super excited because this came out in the New Moon, New Intention reading. So about having a big vision, right? Being a little limitless, being abundant. This card came out then, and it wanted to come back out today. But I actually picked up a piece yesterday. Happened to be at a booth at an event I was going to, and I really had wanted to get some after reading what was on this card. So let me read some of it to you. Maybe you'll feel inspired as well. But the main thought with this card, break through your limits, which is why I thought it would be nice to have a piece, but I'll read the when to use it. When the barriers to abundance feel too big to power through. When it's time to stop waiting your turn and stop waiting until tomorrow. Picture yourself triumphant on the other side of whatever stands in your way and call on Honey Calcite to kick in the door. All right, so Honey Calcite, crystal card. Maybe something helpful if you do like to use crystals and stones. And then the rune that came out was this eye. If you can see that. This can be about truths being revealed, uncovered things coming to the surface, seeing through the veil, that sort of thing. Getting that as well with this owl and the resurrection card. Maybe there is some sort of clarity. Maybe this comes to you in the middle of the night, whether that's through a dream or maybe you kind of wake up, you're in that quiet sort of still time. What is it, around 3 a.m. where the veil is thinner? I don't know if that applies to different time zones. Let me know if you know which time zone spirit's on here. But no, right around that 3, 4 a.m., 2 to 4 a.m., let's say, time frame. You know, that could be when you start to have those, again, with dreams, or if you do sort of wake up at that time. So maybe there is some sort of information or sort of revelation, some sort of truth that you realize. Or maybe that is a good time to just be still and try to release some of these past events, process some of these past things that have impacted you, because this lunar eclipse change card came out. And around that same October timeframe, I was getting a lot of the solar eclipse energy. So now this lunar eclipse, this change card coming out. I did a reading for the 2/2 portal. I'm actually recording this today on 2/2, and that did talk a lot about change. So maybe check that out if this is also sinking in with you. But I'm somewhat obsessed with the image on this card. I think it's so cool. I love it. It's a little bit eerie, but I don't know. I think it's really beautiful. All right, so with the lunar eclipse change card, again, this is referencing different phases and cycles. Did reference things from the past as well. This is when things that have been hidden can come to the surface. Again, maybe that truth is being seen, or something is being just observed that has been in the shadows. Both of these cards talked about kind of being, you know, the shadow and the light, things coming to light from the shadows. Sometimes being in that more shadow energy, or really sort of doing a deeper dive or taking a look at some of those things that maybe have been painful or that have impacted you in ways that maybe you don't prefer. You know, it can be where you find that light. I almost lost my train of thought. Where that light starts to come through. Really just taking a look at it instead of pushing it away, pushing it back, just sort of ignoring that, right? Filling that void with something else, right? Truly purifying, processing something, bringing in more change. Maybe changing your perspective, changing the way you feel, instead of maybe still living in those past moments. Right, starting to look more towards your future, taking what wisdom you can from what happened. Okay, let's see. Before we add more cards, I had pre-shuffled an Archangel Michael card. Let's see. This card is associated with the 5 of Cups. Why don't I read the lunar eclipse card in brief? I'll give you a couple keywords that were out of this book. Shifts, cycles, things brought out into the open. Changes, perhaps radical. Transformation, sometimes through crisis, but for the best. Diverging paths, getting hit by a curveball when challenges turn up. Relationships that deepen, transform, or end. Feeling disoriented, not being sure of having made a correct choice. Big purchases, a new home or change of residence in relation to a plan or goal. Exposure, endings, sacrificing things and giving up old habits, sudden awareness or enlightenment, possible medical operations, changes in eyeglasses and contact lens prescriptions. That's specific. Strange, puzzling dreams, getting and receiving messages of a divine nature, taking a calm, active approach to sudden developments. Okay, I know that was a lot of different things, but some of those keywords may have sort of perked your ears up a little bit more than others. All right, let's see what Archangel Michael wants to say. I cut the deck with this card. God is in charge. So here is the image on this card. All right, let's see. What is the prayer? Dear God, please help me let go of this situation, giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. All right, so again, maybe there is some sort of past situation that still has you reeling with a little bit of pain. Remember, you can release that to a divine power, whatever sort of spiritual practice you have. We may not all believe in quite the same thing, but you can release that to whatever higher power, divine energy that you have your trust and faith in, or that you're building your trust and faith in. Okay, let's add in spirit animal. We'll put dog back in the deck. Oh, and I'm going to drop half of them here all over. Let's see what fell on the floor. Should I get elevator music for when I have things fall all over? All right, I think we will take these instead of shuffling more, since I had to work for it. Let's go ahead and use them. All right, so we've got hawk and antelope. Spirituality, decisive action. I feel like hawk had also come out around one of the times on this Purification number 32 card. All right, let's go ahead and read these. Hawk, spirituality. Fly above and beyond your day-to-day thoughts to observe them from a bird's eye view. Quieting the mind and detaching from your thought patterns puts you in a better position to take in messages from your spirit guides. All right, so getting more quiet, getting more still. I'm pretty sure I said that. I probably say that all the time because I think it's super important, but it was a message that was coming through here as well. All right, and then antelope, decisive action. You are being told unequivocally that it is time to get moving. Set your intentions and take action towards making your dreams a reality. You have a door in front of you. Trust your instincts here. All right, it is time for some change. Right, whether that's in your attitude, your actions. It's time to be more decisive instead of dwelling in the past. Last week's affirmation was I modify. I definitely had to take that into account since I had to modify my attitude a couple times, amongst a few other things. I also teach yoga, so I tried to make you to a couple extra modifications. There's all sorts of different ways you can use affirmations if you like to take these on. All right, let's see what comes out here with the tarot. Oh, and then we'll add in an angel tarot. How did I almost forget that? I love that deck. All right. Getting clumsy here. Let's see. Other messages. What did I just say about being clumsy? I don't know if you're finding yourself feeling clumsy as well. I also banged my knees super hard the other day. I had a day where I kept just like kind of whacking my hand on different things like that. So again, get grounded, get balanced. That is what this 2-2 portal time is all about. I talked about that a lot in that reading around the portal. All right, let's see here. See if I can manage this. See if I can break through the limitations of clumsiness now that I've got my honey calcite on. Okay. Cutting the deck with the King of Pentacles. Five of Cups at the bottom right now, which this lunar eclipse change card is associated with. Look at sort of the distress look on that bird. The snake is all about change and transformation. So definitely a big message coming through, and a repeating message. This has been coming out just a couple weeks ago, also a couple months ago. All right, we've got Temperance, Balance. What was I just speaking about here? Queen of Stones, King of Sticks. All right, let's get these out. Temperance, number 14, which does, if you add 1 plus 4, is 5. Right? Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong about that. I don't think so, though. So that 5s are all about change. So finding balance with change. Also maybe making change to create more balance. Sometimes at first things are actually unsettled, maybe a little disorienting, like that card was talking about. But ultimately balance can be found, especially if you're aligning and moving towards your heart, your desires, right? As long as those are things that are with the best intention, highest good. All right, getting outside, maybe even getting in nature, going for a hike. That can be a great way to quiet the mind as well. Even though your body isn't totally being still, being out in nature is a healing place. Mother Earth is always healing us, helping us thrive and grow. All right, King of Sticks. It's this King of Wands energy. So moving forward, again, he is standing in this river. So I talked about maybe using water as some sort of purification method. Getting near water, that might help bring in some balance. Again, really just getting outside, really getting immersed in it, taking action towards what inspires you, towards your passions. But that may be kind of a slow, quiet process. For being the King of Wands, the fiery king, he looks pretty chill, right? So this can be, some of the keywords talk about being calm as you handle change or move forward, and really getting that vibe with this card as well. All that greenery, getting out in nature. All right, and then Queen of Stones. Earth energy here. You can see that they're getting all ready to go rock climbing. What is that called? A belay? I'm actually going to be going with one of my kids on a trip where she'll get to try rock climbing. Fingers crossed I get to try it this time. I've been to this place twice and I have yet to get a turn, but it's all about the kids first and foremost. But like, maybe me too. Okay. So Queen of Stones. Maybe this is trying something fun or different that you haven't tried before. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, what I was just speaking about. Especially if maybe where your climate is at, you don't have an opportunity to be totally immersed in nature and be comfortable, depending on the temperature or how much the sun is shining. So yeah, maybe trying something else, trying something that might be challenging. Sometimes it can be fun to challenge yourself. That's one of the things I actually love about yoga, or that kind of clicked with me. I didn't realize how much I would enjoy trying to do hard, challenging things, especially things that include needing to be able to balance, but also use your muscles, use your breath as your power, all those things. I didn't realize how fun it would be, even though it is really hard and difficult. Some of those types of practices where you take on challenge on purpose because you want to, when you're able to accomplish certain things or see progress in certain areas, that can feel really rewarding. That can make you feel grounded, can bring you more confidence, and then that can also help you as you are moving through change in areas that you maybe didn't choose that sort of thing. Doesn't mean that it's super easy or makes it always enjoyable, but it does kind of build some of those skills, right? Even this hike. Has anyone ever been to, what is this, Mount Zion? Is that what it says? Zion National Park. Right, doing some sort of hiking or climbing, going up all those steps. And once you get to the top, you could see all the progress you made from when you were way down at the bottom. All right. Well, these are the cards we have out. Let's see what was at the bottom, and then we'll come up with the affirmation here. Ace of Stones at the bottom. So this is some kind of opportunity. Maybe you're not even aware of this. I love stones and crystals. What a beautiful card. And some sort of opportunity, some sort of chance maybe that comes out of all of this change. It may not be something that you're aware of yet, but it could be something coming up soon. This card did talk about, what did it say, between 6 weeks and 6 months. Something related to the change. So if that's anything going on with you in your world, maybe that time frame might make some sense. And then under that is the Tower, which is all about change, sudden change, abrupt change. Change doesn't always have to be bad, right? As I'm saying that, if that is sounding intense or scary, right? Maybe it will be, but it could be something super exciting. Or maybe through change that is a little uncomfortable, unanticipated, you weren't expecting it. Right? We've got that lightning striking right there. But that can also be revelation, sparks, truth, insight. That is not necessarily a bad thing. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, let's add in the angel card before we close it out. I don't want to forget about the angel deck. Okay. So a lot of, it's sort of changing your story, changing your trajectory. Moving forward with calm action, but with passion. Right, through change may come balance, even though it may feel imbalanced at first. You find some practices that help you feel cleansed, feel nourished. Right, there are new opportunities coming your way. Check in with your spirituality. All right, let's see here. Who wants to come out from the angel deck? Ooh, Ace of Swords. I was just talking about truth, clarity, honesty, insight. True information. Eight of Swords, number 61, Umabel. God above all names elevated. Affinity and friendship, obtain the friendship of anyone. So let's add that into the mix. We've already been speaking about that through this reading anyway, so totally fits with what we've got here. All right. Let's see here. We've got a lot of energy about purity, change, challenge. All right, let's set the affirmation. How about I embrace challenge? Doesn't really sound easy, but I like it. I think it's a good one. What do you think? Let me know. All right, so there it is. I embrace challenge. You embrace challenge. Right? How can you do that? By tapping into your spirituality, right? You are a powerful person, right? Maybe even find some practices that might be challenging but fun, like rock climbing, yoga, maybe hiking, whatever other things may come to mind. But really move forward with decisive action. Right? You need to start to purify your thoughts and blend and match your actions with your heart. Start to release some of these things from the past that may be impacting you, and your future in a way that you either weren't expecting or do not want. So, right, change and challenge, there it is. I accept challenge. I embrace challenge. You accept challenge. All right, there's the affirmation. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy. I do appreciate you so much. And until next time, peace.